Hi.
How do you look back on Eurosonic last year?
Oh my God. Well, Eurosonic last year was the very first show I did with my band. It was definitely the first festival I did with my band. It was really exciting for me to kind of get started, to really start the live show. I feel like now I've grown so much as an artist, and it all kind of started in Groningen. And it's exciting to come back and kind of see how everything's progressed, and to have the support of Europe and be back and come and collect like an award, like a European Breakers Award. It's insane. It's truly amazing.
I watched your performance last year. What are your thoughts on that gig? Was it good for you? Were you nervous?
I was very nervous. I think still to this day I get very, very nervous before I go on stage. I don't know. It's kind of like excitement and nerves and everything all wrapped together in one. But it was such a great experience. And the second I went on stage, I felt at home and I loved it. And everything's a learning curve. So it was really, really great.
And how important was that gig for you? What happened last year?
It was a massive step for me in my career to kind of get up and perform in front of a bunch of people I've never met before, and perform to a really big room. And it helps with my confidence. It helped me realize that I wanted to do more of this.
And you already mentioned the award you are picking up tonight. How important is that award for you?
It's very important to be recognized among so many amazing other artists. I feel like I've said this before, it's things like this that make me want to work harder. It makes me, want to push myself to the next level to try and break further.
Last year you've had many hits worldwide. What was the most special thing that happened to you last year?
Last year was my favorite year of my whole entire life. I think there were so many different things that made it really, really special. I love doing a whole European festival. Not a European festival, my European tour. Like to get the opportunity to travel, to see places that I've never been to before, to get to meet people all over the world and share experiences with them. That's the most special thing to me. Is
there one experience that you've shared maybe with the audience or with people coming up to you that say how special the music was for your music is for them?
Yeah, I mean, my fans really give me that experience every time I see them. I have quite a close connection and a nice bond with my fans, and it means the world to me when they tell me that my music makes them feel empowered or makes them feel a certain type of way. It's really important to me, and I appreciate it.
Is there one story that someone said to you, a fan said to you, that you would like to share? Maybe what's one song, what did it to them? Or
when I was in Stockholm once, I was doing like a TV performance, and a fan came outside and she gave me flowers and she gave me a note, and in the note it said, thank you for writing Hotter Than Hell, because it makes me feel empowered. And Hotter Than Hell was a song for me that helped me build up my confidence and helped me get over something, and to know that something that was so therapeutic and so it helped me get over a situation is helping other people is all I could ever want.
Can you share that what Hotter Than Hell is about? What triggered this song?
Yeah, I was in a relationship, and that person made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I was always trying to prove myself, and after the breakup, I kind of wanted to put it in I don't know. I didn't want to seem weak, because that's how I was feeling at the time. But I didn't want to put that into a song, so I wanted to change it and make it seem like I had the upper hand, and like I was the one. I was the one that he couldn't get enough of, and in a way that helped me get over my situation, and it made me feel empowered. And now when I sing the song, I don't think about that person, but I think about how the song made me feel. And I get up and I sing it with confidence, and I feel strong.
So for you, making music is more than just writing songs. It's also for you to learn and to feel strong.
Well, to learn, to feel strong, to let go of different things, to be able to take my experiences and basically share it with other people that might be feeling the same way as me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but your father was a rock singer, right?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
He was. How important has he been in the musical upbringing?
You know, because of my parents, I've grown up surrounded by music. I've always listened to music. My dad loved that. Him and my mum loved to listen to, from like Sting and the Police to David Bowie to Bob Dylan to Stereophonics and Oasis and just to kind of name a few. And I feel like, you know, being brought up in a musical household, it was always something that I've never shied away from, always something that in the back of my mind it just felt so natural and normal that I don't really remember the first experience I have of music, because it was always around and always really, really present in my life. I guess it was kind of inevitable. I fell into this kind of career loving music so much.
Did he write his own songs?
Do I write my own?
Did he write
Did my
it?
dad? Yeah.
And
he wrote.
Is there one
sang.
song that you say, well, that's still a great song? Or
Yeah, there's well, a couple of his songs have like stayed around and people still listen to it. And there's a song that I really love that's called Besson Deal, which means believe in the sun. And I recently went and did a show in Kosovo, a really big one, and me and my band decided to surprise my dad. So I went up and I sang the song, and everyone in the crowd sang along with me. And then I asked my dad to join me, which was like such a special moment for me.
And what did he say to you?
He kind of couldn't believe what was happening. And yeah, I mean, I think for like a whole week he was like, I can't believe what just happened. It was really, really special, and it's a moment I'll never forget for my whole life.
You also write your own songs.
Most of them.
Most of them. No, not all. But if you write a song, does he influence you, your dad, or is it just your influence come from everything?
I think my influences come from my personal experiences. I only write about things that I know, things that I feel that affect me. I think I definitely play my dad all my songs, and I like to see what he thinks. But yeah, I mean, I remember when I was very little, I once wrote a song at home, just like for fun. And it was more just me singing to my mum and being like, oh, when I grow older, will you give me your dress? And when I grow up, will you give me your shoes? And when I grow up, will you give me your makeup? And whatever. It was just like a really made up song. But that was kind of like my earliest memory of just kind of making something up on the spot with my parents. And now we still mention it to this day.
What is the favorite song of your father of this album, of your album that you are going to release? What song does he like?
What song does my dad like the most? I don't know. It's tough. He really likes Thinking About You.
Why?
Well, it's a bit more like laid back. It's just guitar, and I mean, it's got some additional production, but it's quite stripped back, and it's a bit more personal and an intimate song. And it was one of the first songs I ever played him, and I think, like, since the very beginning, it's been one of his favorites. So yeah.
If you look back on the recording of this album, what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on the recording process and the writing process?
It's been a crazy experience. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned to open up in front of people essentially that I've never met before. I've learned to, you know, really take control of what I want to say and what I want to do and what I want to put out there, because I realize that the only person that's going to get an honest and real and truthful song out of me is me, because they're my stories. And it's just been a fun learning curve to kind of grow. To the point where now I feel like I can just sit down and I can write, I can really express myself.
Last question. With this answer in mind, what is then for you now the song on this album which is the most personal to you? You can also name a few, of course.
I mean, a lot of songs are very personal. I mean, Hotter Than Hell is very personal. Something like Genesis is very personal. And I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that because those titles are already out there. I'm gonna hold some.